What is going on, YouTube? Been a long time since I put out one of these videos, but wanted to do a follow-up on a 2-month gut challenge. So it's essentially turned into a lifelong gut challenge. I'll give you a bit of history. So going through tax season, didn't have a whole lot of time to get anything accomplished, figure anything else out. After kind of seeing a bit of progress in December 22, things kind of started to fall apart early into January. I wasn't sure if it was just stress or what it was. I typically eat the same foods all the time and thought I had my diet cleaned up as best as I possibly could, but things they didn't get better, and to be honest, they just kind of continually got worse over time. And it was just a lot of the same old things, bloating, the joint pain, and over the course of what's nearly the first 7 months of the year now, just a lot of unintentional weight loss too. So just kind of a number of things were concerning after a little while. If you're eating healthy and exercising, yeah, I'm burning calories, but if you're putting in good food, you should be able to at least maintain some weight. But it seemed like things were kind of dropping off the map for me. So when tax season wrapped up, had a bit more time on my hands, decided to go and visit a legit naturopath, one with an MD behind the name, as opposed to the clinic that I had seen towards the end of last year. Ran some blood tests early on, got some results back on that, indicating low iron levels. So that kind of started to explain some things, the low energy that I had all the time, and just kind of an overall vitamin and mineral kind of deficiencies overall within the body. So we kind of did that, and then we went for a bit of a stretch, a month there, deciding to just kind of play a couple things by ear, take out some major things out of the diet that would be kind of typical intolerant things to most people. So did a bit of a stretch without dairy, and I did a bit of a stretch without eggs, while we kind of waited for a food intolerance test results to come in. Needless to say, hopping off the dairy and the eggs did nothing whatsoever. So I finally got those results on that intolerance test this week, and wouldn't you believe that potatoes are number one issue for me. Now, most people would say, who cares? Just take out potatoes. Don't eat potato chips. Forget the French fries. And usually I would say that would be fairly easy for me. I typically don't eat chips or fries. Definitely eat some potatoes here and there. But what I found out over the last couple of days is potatoes and kind of extracts and variations of them are in a significant amount of foods. There is cellulose in the cheese that we have at the house. There is xanthan gum in the sour cream that we have. In nearly every single vitamin and supplement that I take, there is some form of cellulose in there, presumably as some sort of thickening agent to kind of keep all those vitamins and supplements together. Even the soy-free teriyaki sauce that I ate on a regular basis had potato starch in it. Gluten-free buns and bread, full of potato starch. So a long time ago, when I cut out the gluten, replaced it with some of these gluten-free friendly options, I was probably doing myself more harm than good. So I've had a couple days now. I've been pretty good about it. but it has been a bit of a struggle to kind of figure out, like I said, the teriyaki sauce. I had it for a couple meals because I had no idea that it would be in there. But now I've kind of gotten the habit that, you know, if I'm going to eat something that has a label on it, it needs to be reviewed before I eat it. So I'm kind of down to the fact where I am eating just complete whole foods. If I can look at it and I can tell you what it is, this is an apple, this is a banana, this is a peanut, etc., then it should be okay. So in addition to the potatoes, obviously the no gluten, soy was on there as well. And then the one that I'm finding to be kind of the most troublesome going forward is a combination of eating grains and dairy. So typically I used to like to eat Greek yogurt a couple times a day. I'd throw some granola in there, fruits, nuts, seeds, and it was kind of like a mini meal twice a day. But now I can't have that dairy and those grains together. And it's not just, you know, one meal versus another meal. It's a 6-hour window kind of early on to make sure that I can kind of get over some of this inflammation that has been building up over probably a couple of years, if not more now. So figuring out this diet thing is going to be a bit tricky, I think. You know, at least I'm able to eat eggs, love eggs. Be doing some eggs and spinach first thing in the morning. You know, going forward, it'll just be a lot of, you know, nuts, seeds. Right now, I've just kind of decided to wipe the dairy right out and just kind of stick to the grains. That way I don't have to think about, you know, which one is which and the timing of those things. So it seems to be working okay so far. Again, it's only been a couple of days. I guess we'll have to see how things go over the long term. I've been advised, you know, at least kind of that 4-week window that it'll take to kind of get rid of, you know, some of the residue and kind of clean everything up, reduce some of that inflammation and stuff. So I'm kind of interested to see how things go and, you know, if this does kind of clean things up. But I would presume it is, because I mean, if you think about it, I ate 6 times a day. I was essentially eating something, whether it be, you know, gluten-free buns, a combination of dairy and grains, you know, those supplements that have potatoes in them, or potatoes in general, you know, each and every single meal, just nonstop. So, you know, I was basically just kind of festering this toxic environment for, you know, for my gut, and, you know, that's not doable long term. So I will try and get some more videos up here as I figure out some food ideas here. Believe it or not, it is quite difficult to find stuff to put together that eliminates the potato and any of those derivatives that come from it. But I've got some ideas. Hopefully I have some time to go out shopping this weekend in and around a soccer tournament, and we'll go from there. Anyways, take care. Talk soon.